Omo, this Tiger Base matter no small at all. The anti-kidnapping squad under the Imo State Police Command, popularly known as Tiger Base, is right at the center of a serious storm. For months now, heavy accusations have been flying around. People detained without a charge, people tortured, extorted. Some even said to have lost their lives inside the custody. My people, this one loud. One of the cases shaking everybody is the story of a 46-year-old businessman. According to his family, the man was picked up, tortured, stabbed, and before they could even understand what was happening, he was gone. Then there's another heartbreaking one. A 32-year-old security guard who was detained for weeks over a small theft issue. His family and several human rights groups say he was beaten, forced to bring money, tortured again and again, and eventually died while still in custody. Stories like these don't just disappear. They stay with the community. And because of all these reports piling up, the Rule of Law and Accountability Advocacy Center, RULAAC, together with many civil society groups, is now saying enough is enough. They want Tiger Base shut down immediately. They say this is not about one or two officers behaving badly. This is a whole pattern, a broken system that needs to be cleaned out from the roots. They are calling for full investigations, proper autopsies, forensic checks, and prosecution for anyone found responsible for torture or taking a life unlawfully. But the police command in Imo is not agreeing to any of these claims. They've come out strong, saying all the allegations are false, exaggerated, and even part of a smear campaign. According to them, Tiger Base is doing real work, fighting kidnappers, tackling armed robbers, and keeping people safe. They say suspects are handled according to the law, and they've even announced a human rights desk inside the unit to show they're open to complaints. So you can see what we have here are two very clear, very conflicting narratives. On one side are families, witnesses, and rights groups painting a picture that is honestly disturbing. On the other side, authorities saying the whole thing is misrepresented, blown out of proportion, or pushed by people with bad intentions. Now, why does all this matter? Because if these allegations are true, it's not just a few names on a list. It shakes public trust. It weakens the rule of law. It turns a security unit that should protect citizens into something people are afraid of. And even if you strongly believe in tough crime fighting, the truth remains. No unit should operate outside the law. No human being deserves torture. What needs to happen moving forward is simple. Independent, transparent investigations. Proper autopsies, arrests, and prosecutions for anyone involved in torture or killings, protection for whistleblowers, and real reform, not just talk. But genuine change in how security units operate. Anything less, and we'll keep seeing the same stories repeat. Now let's go deeper into this Tiger Base matter, because once you start hearing from the families, the whole situation becomes even more emotional. These people didn't just lose loved ones. Many of them went through weeks of confusion, fear, and pressure. Some said they were moving from one police office to another, begging for information. Others said they were told to bring money first or to stay quiet if they valued their safety. Imagine the pain of that experience, and one thing that keeps coming up is silence. For a long time, people were too scared to talk. They felt the system was too big, too intimidating. But now, with human rights groups stepping in, people are finally finding their voice. When citizens decide that their stories matter, that's where change begins. But we also have to look at the wider picture. Imo State has been battling serious crime for years. Kidnappings, robberies, violent attacks, and security units like Tiger Base have been under intense pressure to deliver results. Some people argue that tough measures are sometimes necessary. But no matter what, brutality can never be part of the solution. You can't sacrifice human rights because you're trying to fight crime. Innocent people shouldn't pay with their lives because someone is trying to extract information. Right now, across social media, people are debating not just Tiger Base, but policing in Nigeria as a whole. Questions like, how do we balance security and human rights? How do we protect officers while also protecting citizens? How do we build a system that works for everyone? These are important conversations, and I want your thoughts in the comments. Civil society groups have also listed their demands very clearly. They want Tiger Base shut down until a full, honest investigation happens. They want every officer involved in torture or unlawful killings prosecuted, not quietly transferred. They want the families of victims to get justice and answers. And they want proper monitoring of police units by independent bodies, not just internal committees that answer to themselves. Meanwhile, the police leadership is saying Tiger Base is being misrepresented, that criminals are the ones spreading lies to weaken law enforcement. It's a bold claim. But the only way to know the truth is through independent investigation, not social media arguments. And while all this is happening, Nigerians, especially young Nigerians, are watching closely. They're questioning everything, comparing this with past incidents and demanding better from the system. And honestly, that is how progress begins. A society that asks questions cannot be easily silenced. So if you're still listening at this point, I beg, like this video and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and ensures more people stay informed. And trust me, I'll keep following this Tiger Base story until we know exactly what happened.